So, we have now gone through the first 9 chapters of Bodhicharyavatara, and which includes the complete training on the path of a bodhisattva, mainly based on generating bodhicitta and 6 paramitas. So, as already spoke many times, all of them can be abbreviated to 2 things. What is mostly called 2 accumulations. Accumulation of merit or positive activities and accumulation of wisdom. And the first 5 paramitas are mainly about accumulating the positive deeds, positive accumulation, or sometimes it's called accumulation of the virtue or merit, whatever you call it. And then the 6th paramita is mainly the accumulation of wisdom. Accumulation of merit, at the core of that is compassion, and so therefore, if you put it kind of in 2 words, the whole path can be kind of put down in 2 words: compassion and wisdom. So the compassion and all the activities that's generated with compassion or by compassion or inspired by compassion can be expressed in the 5 first paramitas, and the wisdom as the paramita of wisdom. And then, although it is said that even if you have you accumulate you have accumulated the 2 accumulations. If you don't, if you don't do the dedication or make wishing prayers or dedications, then the result, the result will not be there, or the greatest result, the most positive result would not happen. So therefore it is very important to do the dedication. The example given is like you have a very precious like jewel, but if you have lots of precious jewels and precious materials like gold and silver and all kind of things, and you have diamond and all kind of precious jewels, but and you can make it into ornaments, but if you don't polish it properly, if you don't clean and polish and shine it out, then the result of that ornament would be not so brilliant. It wouldn't come out so kind of so beautiful, so like the value will not shine out. So in the same way, even if we accumulate merit and wisdom, we need to dedicate it and make wishing prayers again and again, so that those positive actions we have done will not be wasted, will not go waste. Because if you don't dedicate, it is said that if you did something very good but didn't dedicate it, then if we do something bad or something negative, and if we have a very strong kind of negative wish or emotion, like strong hatred or anger or jealous, then it will actually affect, it will destroy the result of the positive actions. So therefore it is said that we should make dedications again and again, and also dedication makes whatever positive thing we do kind of multiply. Not only it will keep it guaranteed, not wasted, and kind of, what can you say, preserve it, but will also multiply and increase. Like if I did a good deed, say I gave something to somebody, and that's a say like somebody who is really in a destitute state, I gave food and drink and a place to stay and things like that, and then I that's a positive deed, a very good positive deed. But then if I from my heart, if I if I said that this positive deed I am doing, and not only this, but all the positive deeds that I have done in the past and I will be doing in the future, I dedicate towards everybody, towards all sentient beings, that they will never suffer and they will be completely free from all kind of pain and problem, suffering, and attain the last and highest and most absolute enlightened state, the last most lasting and highest happiness. For that I dedicate. If I do that from my heart, then what happens is that just doing one small thing becomes a big thing, because that's not just helping this person a little bit, but this helping a little bit is now become a kind of what can you say, a catalyst to benefit all sentient beings. So it becomes a huge positive deed. So therefore it is a very, very skillful, very, very, what can you say, good method to multiply the effect of that positive deed. And on top of that, now there are there are many things, now there's one is prayer, like wishing prayer, melam, we call it melam. A wishing prayer is that I make prayers, I make wishes, that I wish that all the sentient beings be freed from suffering, all of them may have lasting happiness, and things like that. If I really wish, make wishing prayers. This is called wishing prayers, the melam. The difference between wishing prayers and dedication is that I have to do something positive, and then I dedicate, the give away, share the result of that to everybody. That is a wishing prayer, to share the merit or the result of my positive actions towards others. That is dedication. Dedication and wishing prayer are a little bit different. There's then aspiration. Aspiration is, I want to, it's also, a little bit same as wishing prayer, but, making a kind of, I want to become that. I want to do this. My intention is to do. Aspiration is more expressing my intention of working towards something or attaining some kind of state. That is aspiration. And then there is also, there is also what can you say, taking a kind of sometimes we call that aspiration in translation, but tamcha, make a pledge, make a promise. That's also important thing. Like when we take the Bodhisattva's vows, we make that kind of promise. I would like to, this is very important, that I would like to bring all these sentient beings, to somewhere where that they are free from any kind of suffering and attain the kind of lasting peace and happiness. And I would like to, commit myself, a commitment. I would like to commit myself to work towards that. That is tamcha. That's a commitment. That is also a kind of prayer. And then I make this prayer, I make this dedication. So, may all the, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and enlightened beings, please bless us so that this will happen. Please help us. Please, give us, empower us. Please, support us to make this happen. This is called Solvandepa. This is, all these are in English called prayers, but there are slightly different ways, so the soul name. So this, there are slightly different kind of ways of prayer, and all these things are of course important. So I think now you know this, what dedication is. Dedication, and how to dedicate is, the more, whatever positive deed we have done, if we dedicate it towards myself, it has a very less result because it doesn't multiply. If I dedicate for other beings, it is stronger because, I dedicate it for other people. That means more compassion, so therefore it is more powerful. If I dedicate it to more people, it becomes more powerful. If I dedicate it to all the people, all the beings throughout the space, without leaving anybody behind, then it becomes very powerful because, my dedication is towards so many people, the countless people. And then if my dedication, the what I dedicate for, if it is just like, may they all have a good holiday, then it's very little, not that much big thing, But if I say, if I really wish that may they be freed from all kind of sufferings and may they be, have lasting peace and happiness, if that is my dedication, then it becomes much, much greater, much, much stronger, much, much, powerful, that dedication. And then, if that dedication is, done with, with the understanding that all these things just, appear but have no really substance or no true existence. I am like that, with no true asa, like a dream, like a mirage, no true. All beings are also like that. They, whatever actions of dedication and everything is like that. But still, may I have them all like that. If that, with that understanding, with that view, with that wisdom, if I dedicate, then it becomes even more stronger, because there's no selfish motive there. It's not with I am making this dedication towards all these beings, I'm so good and I'm so kind, and they have to really grateful for me, not that kind of ego, where all the samsaric state of mind, if that is not there, then it becomes a perfect dedication. What sometimes we call it dedication free from all kind of three circles, free from all three attachment or holding on to three circles, three I, the subject, object, and the action. It is not like, this according to Patrul Rinpoche, if you say, I dedicate everything, and then, but it's all emptiness. It's not that way. That is, he says, is not right. It's not that it's not there. That's everything is there in a way, although they don't have substance. So it's not that it's not there. It's there, but it appears like dream, like mirage, like illusion, But, this has to be done. So therefore, that with that understanding experience, then dedication becomes very perfect. But even if we cannot do that kind of dedication, then if we say, I dedicate it as all great bodhisattvas and Buddhas have dedicated, that would be also very good dedication, because, although I cannot fully think or visualize or understand all these details, but I say, as they are dedicated, I also dedicated. So that is also a good way. So I think I will stop here today, and then we will go to the text tomorrow. Thank you.